Hello, I'm Sam Seiler.
And I'm Liza
And welcome to IHP News. On today's segment, we'll be focusing on the detrimental effects of climate change.
Climate change is transfiguring the ecosystem and is endangering the future to all human and animal life. Climate change is a product of greenhouse gases being released into our atmosphere. A greenhouse gas is a gas in the atmosphere that emits and absorbs radiation within the thermal infrared range.
Two major topics relating to climate change are the real estate industry and the meat production industry. Today we are lucky enough to have aspiring rappers with us, MC Liza and Sammy S. Rhythm Mama. They are here to teach us a little more about how the meat production and real estate industry are being affected by climate change.
They have found that the best way to educate the younger generation about this subject is to teach them through the only language they understand, rap. Without further ado, we have MC Liza and Sammy S. Rhythm Mama rapping their new song, Cows and Homes.
Cows and homes, cows and homes. We have to say both the cows and homes, cows and homes, cows and homes. We have to say both the cows and homes.
Sandy, Irene, and Katrina, they destroyed the United States while we were drinking margaritas.
Cows and poop on my dad's farm. The gases they emitted cause a lot of harm.
Global warming impacts the world. It goes port to port. Every time the water rises, there goes your fort.
Paying for insurance.
It gets better!
JK, you're screwed. You can thank the weather. Livestock is the #1 reason, especially when it's balking season. 5 gallons of methane daily. Just ask my cow. Her name is Bailey.
Make sure to check the price of the damaged care. You'll be amazed how I can eat my steak rare. Pull up to my beach house for leaving dry land. Get on my boat with a drink in your hand. Anchors away and shiver me timbers.
We're about to die with all my
You can't see that on TV.
crew members.
Love me, polar bears who be a curvy.
Ice cuts a mountain. The bears are going topsy-turvy.
Drop that anchor, give the cows a shout.
We're dropping a hot mixtape all about
Cows and homes.
cows and homes.
We gotta say both the cows and homes. Cows and homes. Cows and homes. We gotta say both the cows and homes. Global warming is a real. Thank you to MC Liza and Sammy S. Rhythm Mama. That was some great information on the effects of climate change. You must have a great facilitator.
Man, that was surely interesting, wasn't it?
Interesting is one word I would use to describe it.
Well, if you were lost at any time during that video, we have some more important information that you should know.
True, Sam. There's a lot of facts about climate change, and here's just some of them. Americans are extremely unaware of how climate change is affecting the areas where they live all around them. Millions of Americans own more than one home, but they are unaware of how their insurance prices will begin to rise if their precious beach and mountain homes are affected by the effects of climate change. The insurance costs will be skyrocketing while their home value is decreasing, causing debt for many individuals. Part of the insurance spike is due to the increase of hurricanes due to climate change. The frequency and intensity of these hurricanes has increased greatly over the years, and the statistics show that this increase is not going to stop. These hurricanes are just one factor that is rising the insurance prices, but rising sea levels is a big contributor to global warming and the price increase too. The rising sea levels exorbitantly inflate the overall cost of insurance. In 2008, research conducted by UC Berkeley, insurance and real estate industry impacts are surprisingly the biggest economic threats correlated with climate change in California. A great example is in Florida. Homeowners' policies increased by 77% between 2001 and 2006. Make sure that when buying houses, you consider the large amount of money you will have to spend on broken walls and flooded basements if these disasters occur. So before you and your spouse splurge on a new vacation home, make sure you're ready for the burden that climate change is causing. Private homeowners are not the only ones that are affected by climate change effects on the real estate market. Many popular beach and mountain resort owners will lose a large amount of profit. Climate change is making hot climates even hotter and causing forest fires and droughts in the mountain areas. This makes vacationers find these places unattractive and don't want to go there anymore. Also, those who rent their vacation homes have to consider the price drop. Individuals that gain their income from renting and selling houses in these areas will need to find new occupations if climate change continues to ruin the value of the homes that they are selling. So you might be jealous of their million-dollar houses and companies now, but if global warming continues to affect the weather patterns, you won't be the one stuck without a place to live.
Thanks, Liza. I'll be sure to consider that when buying a beach house if the studio ever decides to give me a raise. Next on our list today is meat production. On average, Americans consume 276 pounds of meat yearly, overlooking the detrimental effects the meat production process has on both ourselves and the atmosphere surrounding us. Meat production is the leading cause of climate change, surmounting all transportations combined. Meat production can be divided into 4 different contributors. Anaerobic fermentation makes up for 43% of all the gases released within the meat production industry, mostly releasing methane as a byproduct, an extremely potent gas. The nitrification process of manure, nitrous oxide is formed, which is the most aggressive greenhouse gas. Methane and nitrous oxide is then again released within manure when it's applied to keep planting grounds fertile in order to feed the cattle. Feed production is a necessity in order to feed the cattle and keep them healthy. 30% of all land is used just for livestock purposes. Due to our inefficient ways to produce feed, 20% of pastures are considered degraded, resulting from being overgrazed, causing contribution to deforestation as we clear more land for crops to feed our potential food. In addition, energy can be divided into 2 different categories. Indirect energy consists of the use of fuel for feedstock and the manufacturing of agricultural chemicals such as pesticides and fertilizers. Only 10% of energy is preserved in the planet to animal conservation. So before you dive into that state, keep into consideration of all the gases released in the progress.
That's a lot of information that I didn't know, Sam. Thanks for sharing that. So, as you can see, if no one begins to take global warming seriously, the economy will be ruined, especially the meat and real estate markets. It is up to you to educate others around you about the detrimental effects of global warming.
So before you pick up that juicy cheeseburger, think about how just that one cow contributed to global warming.
So that's all for today's news on global warming. Hope to see you tomorrow for our segment on polar bears dying.
Now to Laura Silver for the weather.